Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Matty and Nemo. Today we're going to be talking about our first crushes, who we were in love with when we were wee lads with our years ahead of us. Obviously this is a little video for Valentine's Day, so cuddle up in a blanket with your significant other and enjoy this. Yes.
I like the imagery.
Fire, laptop, me and you, blanket. Not me and you under a blanket.
You've just ruined it.
Do you want to start or will I start?
Yeah, I'm just looking up one of them to get some stats.
What kind of stuff are you talking about? You're talking dimensions, like.
No, you'll understand what I get to it.
Mine are two celebrities and a person that I actually knew. So I'm gonna just talk about the person that I actually knew. I think her name was Jenny. I think. Basically, when I was like 5 or 6, my dad used to work in the stables in. You know where the gate into the Phoenix Park is? There was a girl that used to work there. And you know when you're a kid, you might have a crush on someone who's older than you. You're like, oh, she's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. So I think, I can't remember her name, which just goes to show, maybe I didn't have a crush on her. But all I know is I remember thinking she was really, really cool. And you know when you see someone older, you're like, they're so cool, I can't wait to be like them when I'm older. So I used to tell everyone that she was my girlfriend. And of course, her being a woman and that came out wrong, but her being, you know, an older person who knew what kids are like, she kind of played it wrong. She think, yeah, this is my boyfriend, blah, 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 you know, things like that. Messing. Didn't molest me, just put that out there, didn't molest me, although maybe I wish she would have. So, yeah, possibly Jenny, I think her name was.
I like that.
That's my number 3. So, you can
right.
your number.
I struggled with this. I struggled to come up with 3. You know, it has to specifically be a crush. It has to be from your younger years, and it has to be somebody you're like infatuated with. So I narrowed it down to these 3. Top 2 definite. Third one, you'll understand in a second. Anna Clark.
Anna Clark.
Yeah. You don't know her, and you won't find her on a Google search.
That's what I just did.
Yeah, you might find her on the second page, or you could find you in your search with a few keywords. One of them being Playboy.
Was this CLARKE or just CAL?
There's an E in there, I think. Yeah, Clarky.
This is a not safe for work link, I'm assuming.
Hopefully. Now we've been searching for it the last couple of days while I was thinking about this, and there's very limited. I mean, there's like 4 pictures I could find of her, and they aren't my favourite pictures of her. But she still looks pretty good in them. Anyway, the reason she was the Playboy Bunny Play Girl of the Month of April 1987.
Huh.
And I found this magazine in my house now, stashed in between a lot of like books and stuff in a press. When I was a kid, I was mad into like rooting. People used to always give out to me for rooting, going through people's drawers and stuff. I don't know why, and I still do it to this day. Like if I'm left alone in the room, I go rooting behind presses and stuff. It's probably because of this. Probably because it goes back to that in my childhood. I found a Playboy magazine, so like the rest of my life, I'm just constantly rooting for more Playboy. It was the only one I ever found. I wore that thing out. It was literally like it was falling apart by the time it was finished. The staples were gone. But anyway, this Anna Clark, I can't really remember much about her now, her stats. But at the time, I don't know how old I was. 1987. What would I be in 87? 9 years old. I'm assuming the magazine was a couple of years old by the time I found it. I can't imagine a 9-year-old me having too much fun. But anyway, yeah, I was crazy about the girl. I could see her face when I closed my eyes. I knew her height. I knew her turn-ons and turn-offs. I knew her favourite bands.
Did that all come from the Playboy? Yeah?
Yes. I mean, I would think about it. It's not as if I could look it up on the internet. But yeah, fucking infatuated with the girl. Anyway, that's pretty much all I can say about that. I'm an animal.
Okay. I can imagine. No, I don't want to imagine, but you know what I mean. To get that mental image out of my head, I'm going to go with number 2, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Wow.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, is it from Buffy that you're...
Oh yeah, Buffy, yeah.
That's what triggered it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think what else you would have been in fucking years ago. Like what you did last summer.
The only thing I can remember is she was in Cruel Intentions, which I'm not sure what year that came out, but for when I saw that movie, for seeing her in those situations.
Oh yeah, she's a minx.
So yeah, I love her. I loved her. So I was like you. I was infatuated. Where I was like, oh, she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I think her being a kick-ass girl as well was really.
Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it. Yeah. And I don't know about possibly Jenny or Anna Clark, but Sarah Michelle Gellar, she has stood up to the test of time. I mean, obviously, she looks her age, but she's still a cracker.
You're number 2.
Here's another name you're not going to know. Anita Dells.
Anita Dells. Oh, you recognise that name?
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I bet you don't. You just think you do.
I do. Hang on. The only thing that's coming up is Anita Duff.
Yeah, who the fuck is Anita Duff? Maybe she got married. Maybe she's Anita Duff now.
Is she a famous person?
She is, or was. She is the female vocalist from the, I think, Dutch band Two Unlimited.
Also known as Anita Duff. That's how I knew the name.
She must have got married. He-bag. Taking her off my list.
Why were you crazy about her? Tell us about her.
I don't know. It was just, I think, do you know what it was? It was kind of, No Limits came out. And it was the first, tune on the radio that I started getting interested in music again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like my introduction to modern music, whereas before that I'd only been listening to old stuff. Like, I mean, I grew up in a house listening to like the likes of the Beatles and Queen and what have you, ELO, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Actual, music legends. And it was just part of your life, and it was just something. I'm not a guy. I'm not a music guy. Who's your favorite band name? I don't know. I'm not a music guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then Two Unlimited came out, and I was like, yeah, I'm crazy about Two Unlimited.
Really?
And it's looking back, it's so shy. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I don't know. I was fucking mad about that girl. And I'm looking at her now. She's not too bad. She's only a few years older than me. I have this image in my head of her being a woman when I was a kid. Yeah, she's only 42.
Anita Dells/Duff.
Yeah.
She's our number 2. So I'll reveal my number 1. My number 1 is kind of weird. So this is who I consider my kind of teenage-ish years crush. Okay.
The female vocalist from Evanescence.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
No.
She looks like a fucking goose.
I would have put a score on that.
No, Jesus Christ, no. No, my teenage-ish years, my crush was Natalie Portman.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. See, what happened was, when Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace came out, Natalie Portman was in that, alright? Now, I read a novelization of that book,
okay.
And half of the book was told from Natalie Portman's character's perspective.
Okay.
For some reason, you have to remember this is like 10, 11-year-old me. Yeah. Reading her part of the story, I found myself getting really invested in the story, and then at the end I put the book down. I was like, I'm in love with Queen Amidala. That's weird. So that was my crush, was Queen Amidala, therefore Natalie Portman. Yeah. Because that's who I was visualising when I was reading the novel. And then since then I've always had a bit of a thing for Natalie Portman. I think she's class. It's a weird, I know it's very weird, but yeah, I've always been, and that's the reason was reading that book. Still to this day I think she's class. Right. Now, because I was at the age of, I think what happened was I had a thing for Queen Amidala, and I obviously knew that character wasn't real and it was a fake made-up character in a fake universe, so I just transferred all of that crush onto Natalie Portman because she was the real person that I visualised in my head. It's
weird for me to get my head around, because when I think about Force crushes, I think about yesteryear, and I don't see Star Wars Episode 1 as being yesteryear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's not yesteryear.
It doesn't feel that long ago to me.
Well, it's nearly...
I know it's long.
15 years ago.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It does not feel like that. Anyway.
Shy film, but what we do.
And you know what? She is going to be top of the list for girls in this list of 6 who've aged really well.
Yes.
Now, in fairness, only 15 years have passed for her.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sure, I would have a creepy adult crush on her. She's But anyway. Okay, on the weirdness stakes, I think I can outdo that.
Really?
With my number 1, yeah. April O'Neil, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, late 80s.
The actress?
No, the cartoon character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's strange. Because I would have agreed with you on the actress.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, the actress wasn't bad. Cartoon character.
As in the person who did the voice in the cartoon, like?
No, as in the actress from the movie. I'm thinking of the live action turtle.
Oh, I can't even remember that. Did you wear the yellow jumpsuit in the movie?
No.
No. Well, that was part of the deal for me. So.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's and ever since a jumpsuit. That's all I need to say is a jumpsuit. Jumpsuits are my lingerie. I see a girl in a jumpsuit. I see a girl walking on a car or something. Fucking hell.
That's really weird.
I lose control.
That's unnerving.
Yeah.
That's weird. That actually made me jump. Like, I'm actually kind of disturbed. Anyway.
I don't know what it was about it, but it was just like the show would come on and I couldn't watch it if there was somebody else in the room because I got embarrassed. How old would I have been in 1986? I would have been like 9 or something. But yeah, I used to get embarrassed if she came on the screen and somebody else was there. It's not like I'd get a horn or anything like that. I'm talking about when I was a kid. Oh, he was fucking all over. And actually, looking at her now, the hairstyle she had in that cartoon, to this day, that hairstyle does a lot for me on any girl. You know, that kind of slightly messy mop top with a big heavy fringe. Not a light fringe where you can see the forehead, but a heavy fringe where it's like, boom. So,
yeah, you topped my Queen Amidala.
Because at least you had the decency to kind of go forward with it and fall in love with the actress. I just left it at the cartoon.
So thanks for watching, guys. This is our top 3 crushes that we had when we were young'uns. It was a little bit weird.
Yeah, that was bound to happen.
Definitely bound to happen. But we hope you enjoyed it, and look out for the rest of our videos. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.
Thanks, guys. By the way, we'd love to know what your first crushes were. Stick them down there in the comments.
Right down there.
It'd be great to get a comment. We don't get comments. People just watch and then they go off and they watch something else. It's like you're stealing. If you watch the show and you don't comment, it's like stealing. It's actually worse than stealing.
You wouldn't steal a handbag.
You sure wouldn't. You wouldn't rape a nun.
You wouldn't punch a dolphin.